welcome back to another episode of The Rock, in person this time. Isn't that wild?
Whoa! Look at us doing
Absolutely
things.
fucking crazy. I'm your Dungeon Master, Max Riley, and I did mean to do it this time.
Yeah.
And I'm here with Jamie DeCesare,
It's me, Milo the Fly. Everyone here has fucking glowing eyes.
Phoebe Wickham,
In a fiddle, cold and afraid.
and Maeve Chapman.
Roman Pennon, Dragonborn lad with a not dead dad. Oh my god!
Yes, as you may remember, we were on a little bit of a cliffhanger last time. It was a pretty big episode. You guys spanned a lot of distance, and I definitely fast traveled through a couple days because you guys traveled North America. You basically went from Florida to Alaska in a couple days. So stopping for a little bit in Toronto. And
We
so,
slept once.
That was cool.
and yeah, you guys slept a couple times.
Slept
yeah.
3 times.
So, just canonically, you guys definitely had a lot more nights in the woods, but I didn't want to be you wake up, you walk, you go to bed. Because, yeah, that's no fun. So, yeah, you guys actually, the start of last episode, you guys were in Smallsville talking to Reginald Grubb. He was a little crippled on the ground after being thrown out a window, and he was like, oh, yeah, I guess we'll just fix the university. Thanks, you guys. And then I think he gave you the map
Yes.
that leads to where the guy who wrote the first book, the second book that found the Dragonborn and was allowed to stay there, he made this map and then gave it to Grubb because they're homies. So you guys followed this map. You went to Kaznor again, met with Mednus, I'm pretty sure, who is Mednus the Menace, and then made your way up north to the Mountain of the Dragonborn. You guys stopped once, the only real civilization that you guys stopped in was this little hunting town where you guys were able to hitch up your horses, your very expensive horses that you kind of... it was a little questionable the way you guys, or the way Milo got his horse.
What? I thought it was very questionable.
You persuaded this boy out of his prized
He
possession.
clearly did not want the horse.
Don't worry, I
Okay,
paid
he had
for
never
it.
seen that much money in his life.
Then he clearly did not deserve the horse. Milo's giving him a better home.
I made
Anyway.
it better.
Anyway, you guys took your very expensive horses up, stopped at this hunting town. Milo got a cool cloak, I'm pretty sure, made out of a wolf pelt.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. And then you guys made your way up to the Dragonborn Mountain. The trees had started to thin out. It became more of icy plains. And you guys saw the mountain in the distance when something started coming towards you. It was this big, lumbering, evil bone bear that was a little injured and a little crazy, and he wrecked your shit a little bit. Wrecked Roman's shit. Roman went down. Roman went down, and it was so poetic because, right as Roman went down, this Dragonborn came up, basically took out the bear thing, and then Roman got back up and did the killing blow.
Yes.
And as Roman struck down this evil bear, the Dragonborn lifted his hood back and said, Roman, is that you? And that's where we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's this blue, he has very bluish, darkish scales. He looks kind of old. He has, all of his armor is made up of different leather from different animals like wolves and regular bears and so on. And he has these 2 big long swords that he sheathes on his back. But now that the excitement of this big fucking evil thing is gone, you see he is kind of favoring one leg, and the other, there's the leather pants that he has is starting to turn red underneath it. There's a big gash down one of the sides, and it's just...
I think he's bleeding.
Who are you?
My name is Nadar Pennon.
No. No.
Roman, is this...
You're dead.
What do you mean? I've been here. You left.
No. I was taken when I was 2 years old because the equalizers had come. And you were dead. You were killed.
The Equalizers never came up here.
What?
We didn't... You left, yeah, you left when you were 2. You ran off with your nan. You took your nan with you. How is she, by the way?
Are you telling me I was kidnapped?
No, Ed, we heard that your nan told a couple of the other elves that you wanted to head off into the world, and who are we to stop you?
I was 2!
Yeah, you two-year-old Dragonborns are very independent.
I was told by my nan that the equalizers had come and they had killed you, and so she rescued me.
How old are you now? You're 20, right?
I'm 20, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they never came up here, but this little halfling came up here like a couple years ago, and he told us a bit about how the Equalizers came 10 years from now, right? And he looks at Milo and Anna and is like, you guys were in the world, I presume.
When the Equalizers attacked?
Yeah.
I was a bit born afterwards. I don't remember what happened. All I remember was I was born into this little group. It's fine.
It's like 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure, from now, if I have that correct.
So you're all alive?
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't we be?
Because you're supposed to be dead! That's why! I grew up believing that my whole family was dead.
Your mother's still... You have a brother now.
What?
Yeah, he's 15, he's just becoming a man. He's
just becoming a man now, and
Yeah.
me, at 2 years old, you said yes, let him go off on his bloody own.
Yeah, well, 2-year-olds are independent and they can make their own decisions, but you're not like... They're still pretty small, they're still pretty puny.
Real Dad of the Year material right here.
Okay, you left in the night. I had no idea that you had gone. You didn't say goodbye.
To me, that sounds a lot like a kidnapping, in my opinion.
I mean, who would have kidnapped you?
Apparently, my nan.
So she did go with you.
Yes. And she told me that all you were dead, and that my mom and my father were dead.
Oh, wow. Obviously that's not... Is she here? He's like looking towards the horses, trying to see...
She's dead. She's been dead for like 5 years.
Fuck.
Yeah! Fuck.
Well, I'm glad you came to visit. I'm sorry you had to see me like this, and he's like gesturing towards his like destroyed leg.
That
like,
being said, I'm gonna healing word him
Oh, great. Thank you.
at 3rd level.
I'm also very hurt, just so you know.
But we had to take care of Dad.
Daddy Pennon.
You know what, maybe.
Math. 11 plus 5, 16 health.
Oh, I'll toss that in there.
Roman, do you need help too?
I would love that.
Okay,
If it does mean anything, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Thing didn't even touch me. I'm
Wonderful.
doing great.
Nadar Pennon, by the way, he reaches out to you. Milo.
You'll happily shake his hand. Milo the Fly, pleasure to meet you.
Great. Are you and Roman friends? How did you all meet?
We met Roman on a boat. He was working for someone. The person poisoned him.
Oh.
Yes.
But then we took Roman under our wing. I took him personally under my wing, helped him kind of get his footing around, and now we're here. We're helping him.
Yeah.
We're helping him find. Actually, not sure what he wanted to come up here to find the rest of the Dragonborn.
Yes, I was looking for my family because I was under the assumption that they were all dead.
Well, why would you be looking for dead people?
Because I wanted to, reconnect with my roots, my history.
Well, it's a little easier now that we're all alive, though. So
He's
Well-
just standing there so in shock.
he turns and points to this like mountain in the distance that like it just looks like a mountain. It doesn't look like a civilization is around it or anything. He's like, well, right up there is where we live. That's our mountain. If we can just head on over there if you.
Is
if
it
you'd
cold
Like.
there?
Same as here. It's pretty cold.
Let's go.
Why can't you have fire? Do you have fires?
Yeah, we have fires.
I
What
just
do you
wanted to make
think?
sure. Let's
They're
go.
not bloody uncivilized.
I'm not sure your people like breathe fire.
Your people, huh?
Yes, I don't breathe fire. You breathe fire.
What are you? What are you, a dwarf? Who are you?
A dwarf? Do I
I'm
look
a
like a
dwarf.
dwarf?
Dwarves?
No.
I'm a
What are
dwarf.
they?
No, they're... I call them hobbits, personally.
Hobbits?
I'm a halfling from Smallsville.
Halfling, okay. I live in this area my entire life. I've
Clearly.
only seen wolves and other Dragonborn and that one halfling. Okay, yeah, you guys do look a little bit like that one halfling that I saw.
They're
that
a
one
bit
time.
strange, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Great.
in a good way.
We're straight. Okay. You know what? Yeah. I'll go get the horses.
So he's gonna lean to you while Miles getting the horse. He's like, "Are these really your friends? I do want to stay like around. I mean, you're welcome in as a visitor because
A visitor?
you are a Dragonborn, but they're not. So do you want them to come in with you? Because
Yes, I
Okay.
really do. But one moment, visitor. I grew up
Yeah.
here.
you spent 2 years here, and then you left.
I was kidnapped!
Kidnapped, left. It would be a really hard argument to tell the rest of our community that you're still one of us, even though you spent 18 years away.
Fine, let's go to the bloody castle.
Great. So yeah, Nadar will just be like jogging next to you guys on his brand new leg. And so you guys, as you get closer to this mountain, you see that the top of it is kind of cut off, and like a big upper section of it is mostly is not like natural stone. It's like these stone walls that go up in the same like angle as the mountain. It's kind of like this shield. You can see that there's smoke from a couple fires coming out of the top of the mountain. And as you get closer, you start to see a couple of figures at the very top, like walking around with like spears. There are a couple of these very thin paths zigzagging up the side of the mountain. It's pretty steep, but it's enough for like one horse, one at a time. You guys get to the very top of this path, and Nadar looks up and like yells like, "Hey, open the door!" And there's like you see like these two like very little heads like pop over the wall. They're like, "Oh, hey, Nadar!" It's very distant, and they pop back, and then this big section of stone wall just kind of like pulls back and off to the side, and you guys see inside is a bunch of these stone. They look like towers. They're these very tall houses in like rings, and you can see pretty much straight into the center, but there's like 3 rows of these rings, and at the very center the towers are kind of taller than the others and like more they're closer together in proximity. And you see a bunch of Dragonborn, the most Dragonborn that you've ever seen. You've only seen yourself and Nadar up to this point. There are like little itty-bitty Dragonborn running around. There's a couple of big ones. There's a couple of old ones just like making their way. And then there's also elves. The elves are not like you guys have ever seen. They're like hunched over, and they kind of have like dirty clothes, and they're kind of like in the shadows, and they'll like pick up after the kids here and there, or they'll be like running bags like to a house, and they're just kind of in the shadows, just waiting, sort of.
Interesting.
Nadar is going to lead you down past all these people towards the very inner row of these towers, and he's going to stop at one of them, and Roman, your like body naturally is like, oh yeah, this is where we're stopping. Like you remember that, oh, this is where we stop when we walk into the community. And he's gonna look over and he's like, would you like to see your mom and brother?
Yes. Yes, I would.
So he like looks over to some of the elves and he like has them come over to hitch up your horses, and he opens the door, and everything's kind of made out of a mix of stone and like very little wood. There aren't a lot of trees around here, so they don't really get a lot of wood, but there are there's like a little kitchen area and a living area and a stairway. Everything's pretty like close together because this tower isn't that like big. But yeah, Nadar comes in. He hangs up his long swords on like a rack near the door. Heskin, come on down. I have a bit of a surprise. And he looks at you, Roman, and smiles a little bit. And this Dragonborn with not as she doesn't have as like her scales are a little more muddled. It's not as clear as yours and your dad's. Hers are kind of a mix of like brownish and a little metallic and a little blue and black. It's just kind of a mix. She comes down and she's folding up like a leather tunic or something, and she peeks down and is like, oh, who is this? And she like steps on down. Nadar's like, Heskin, it's Roman. And she drops what she's carrying. She's like, what? And she like faints and falls down the stairs, and Nadar's like, no, wait, and moves her to a chair, and he's like, Heskin is just sitting there like holding her like, Roman, is it, what, you're back, you're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel down and like kind of like gently like take her hand.
Oh, is your nanny here too? She like is
No.
looking at the door.
Okay, I think there's been some misunderstanding.
Nadara's like, yeah, we, it's a lot different than we thought, my dear.
So you were under the impression that I left. However, I was told by my nan, who is dead, just so you know,
Oh,
that she rescued me from here when I was 2 years old because the equalizers had come and had killed you. I spent the last 20 years thinking you two were dead, and you're not.
the equalizers? She looks at Nadar, and Nadar's like, you remember that happening that came by and told us that like the world is a little messed up? And Heskin's like, oh, yeah. No, that didn't, no.
Yes, I know that now! I'm saying that I thought I was under the assumption for 20 years that my entire clan was dead, and there are no more Dragonborns, really. I was kidnapped, I'm pretty sure, by the only person I had really trusted.
Heskin was like nodding. It's like, yeah, I mean, she, your nanny thought that you were the chosen one of the Dragonborn. You have some of the purest scales out of the Dragonborn, and she was convinced that you were the one that was gonna.
Chosen one.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Chosen one?
Yeah. Oh, hi. I'm Heskin Pennon, by the way.
Milo the Fly. Pleasure to meet you.
Anna.
Oh, okay.
Chosen one?
Chosen one.
Yeah. So the elves kind of worship the Dragonborn a little bit, and they think that there's gonna be a Dragonborn with the like most pure scales that will take over the world and will claim Uzwaya for the Dragonborn. She thought it was you.
So she took me away from all the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
That was her plan, and you just let her. You let her take me, a
Oh,
2-year-old.
okay. Oh, and Nadar's like, come, that's not fair.
That's exactly what happened.
She left in the night. We couldn't have done anything about it.
Search party. You're the...
She covered her tracks. She said, Roman said that we must go off to find his true calling, and we couldn't. If someone chooses to leave the clan, they won't be like stopped. They can do whatever they want, just knowing that they won't have the protection of the clan.
He was 2 years old.
Yeah, two-year-olds are very they're their own people around here. They're just little, but they can think for themselves. Okay, so for you guys, in D&D canon, Dragonborn have the same maturity and agency as a 10-year-old at 2 years old.
Okay.
10-year-old.
Yeah.
So 10-year-old.
And they're of like a human 10-year-old, and when they are 15, they have the maturity of a human 20-year-old.
I'm still going off
Yeah.
of what I know as a halfling, and this
Yeah.
boggles my fucking
Even what
mind.
I know as a Dragonborn, 10 years old is still a lot young.
They have their own. Some 2-year-olds help on the hunt. Some 2-year-olds are very contributing members of society.
Okay, I suppose in a way you're being very good parents by letting me do what I want. So, I guess thank you. But also, I'm not going to commit. I'm not really here to be the chosen one, whatever that
You know.
means. I'm just a little confused.
So are we. I'm glad you're visiting though, and Heskin kind of pats your hand. Nadar's like, would you like to meet Kriv? Your brother.
Sure.
Right, so he walks upstairs and like Heskin's just like looking at you, and then you hear from upstairs, Kriv! Get over here! Open this door! And Nadar comes out, he's like, hold me just a minute. And he's like, I'm gonna get out of this blood-soaked clothes. And Heskin's like, all right, dear, yeah. And then you see this kind of gangly-looking Dragonborn with incredibly pure bronze scales. He has like pretty long Dragonborn hair
Yeah,
things.
like what I have.
Yeah, it's pretty long, and it's pretty unruly. And he just like truds down the stairs. He has like leather garments. He doesn't have like any armor on or anything. He's like, hey mom, what's up? Who's this? Heskin's like, oh, Kriv, meet Roman Pennon, your brother. Kriv's like, oh, hey, are you like here to like overthrow me or something?
You're in charge.
I'm not in charge yet, but like, when Nadar is getting too old, then I'm gonna be in charge. Are you like here to like?
I'm not here to kill you or challenge you. I'm just listen.
Heskin's like, Kriv, be nice. Where are your manners? I'm so sorry, Roman. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Kriv, was it?
Yeah.
I'm not here to. I don't really understand what's going on personally. I was kidnapped when I was 2. So I just wanted to see. I thought you're all dead, to be honest. So it's okay. Lovely chatting.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go back upstairs. Oh, okay, Kriv. You have fun.
Can I join him upstairs?
If you want to like try and
Yeah,
go up,
yeah.
Heskin's just like, I mean, he is really very reserved these days. He kind of just has.
So am I. Look, him and I will get quite along. I'm barely older than he is.
Oh, okay. So do you run up
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Kriv? All right, I'll do this Kriv thing for a bit. He goes up, and he goes into this room, and you're like right behind him. So you see when he opens the door that the room is covered in these like miniature figures, and like this one very like flat table. And do you want to like go in?
Yeah. Is he playing D&D and D&D?
He's not playing
my
D&D. What he's he has these a bunch of these little figures. He's like, hey, what's up?
Hey, Kriv, right?
Yeah.
No, the name's Milo. Pleasure to meet you. What's all this?
It's a war thing. So this army over here is doing the Delmariv strategy from ancient Dragonborn war practices, and then over here they're just doing a classic attack. I just want to see like in this situation who will win, you know?
So is this like a game that you play, or is it just kind of for your own enjoyment?
It's not like a game. It's like this is like real strategy. I wanted, if like I don't know, if like if there was like a war or something, you'd want to know like your best strategies, right?
absolutely,
and how to
You-
yeah.
No, he's gonna kind of look around at these figures. He's gonna try and reach and like pick one up.
Oh hey,
No?
there's
Sorry, probably should have asked first.
that's I mean he's not that important. He's just one of the front line, which on this side of the Pentax is one that will probably be hit first, especially against the Delmariv.
Understood.
But yeah,
I'd like to say you're kind of smart for already thinking about this all ahead. Like you
I
ever,
mean,
you ever hear of this chosen one thing?
there's just I mean Roman was supposed to be the chosen one, but
Yeah, but you haven't looked at him now.
that's also not like that's like an elf thing, man. Like we're just fine here, dude.
Look, as someone who has been around elves for quite a long time, they can see some things. I'm just saying it's smart for you to take a look out for it. Especially, what do they say? The one with the purest scales?
Yeah, I guess that's like the privacy, but I don't know.
You might have potential there, Kriv.
Well, okay, I just started doing it because Nadar was like, "You're gonna be next." I'm like, "Fuck," and so I was gonna just like prepare I don't want to like, and so at first it was just a little bit of homework that Nadar had me do, and now I don't know, it's fun.
Alright. Well, look, if you ever want to chat about something, especially something, it seems like this can be a bit tiresome. If you want to ever chat about
I like
something, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Again, Milo.
Milo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleasure to meet you, Kriv. I'm gonna head back downstairs and talk to the others.
All right.
Have fun up here.
Thanks. And he just like starts going back and is like moving the different armies in different ways towards each other, and yeah. So back downstairs, Heskin is just like, "Oh, where are my manners? You guys must have been traveling for days. Here, let me get some food ready for you." And she like goes over and gets like some water out of jugs and like puts them down in front of each of you. And Terry's just kind of like in the corner. He just sips his water. She goes out goes out a different door that leads outside of the tower, and she like calls over an elf and asks for like, she's like, "Oh, could we get a little bit of a deer over here? Could you ask some of the hunters if we have some visitors right now?" And then elf like scurries off. And then yeah, Milo, you come back downstairs, and then Nadar comes back after you. He's like, "Oh, anyway, that was a hell of a thing that we fought out there. Thank you for helping me with that."
Thank you. A lot.
I was trying to. It was running from me, but I was gonna get it.
What was it?
I'm not sure. We've seen a couple of these things just kind of around recently. In like the past couple of months, some of our hunting parties and like our giant friends have been up against these things. They just are running around. Who knows?
Alright.
Recently, you
So
said.
this is
Yeah, very, very recently, like 2-3 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have no idea what they are. They're just these things that want to kill.
They're like made out of bone, but there's an evil behind them that I don't know enough about to say exactly what they are. But they don't seem like a normal bear,
No, they clearly weren't.
No,
One could say not your average bear.
One could say that.
certainly.
I'll say that too.
But yeah, they don't bother us as much. They more bother our deer and our wolves. But they've been attacking our frost giant friends, the far north. They seem to know and recognize that they are frost giants, and they go for them. It's a little troubling. I was thinking of trying to help them out eventually. I was thinking I could take Kriv out on and see what he would think. He's pretty good with this stuff.
Yeah, seems like a very
Believe it or
bright boy.
He's Yeah, he is.
Quick DM question, I forgot.
Yeah.
Did Nadar go glowy eye and all that?
No,
No,
Nadar
he
It
did
was
not.
just
It was just
Roman.
Okay.
Nadar just could wield 2 long swords at the same time.
That's pretty. That's still pretty cool.
I think that's
Whatever.
really what you should pay attention to. Not my comments.
But yeah, it was just Roman. That was going all glowy eye. Yeah.
No, he's not going to ask anything about that. I was just wondering.
If you do go out and fight it, or whatever you're going to do,
Not sure yet, but yeah.
I would be interested in coming along.
Great. You guys were pretty good against this guy. I was actually with a party of other Dragonborn, and they peeled off to go back, but I, for some reason, just wanted was compelled to pursue this, and I'm glad I did. But, no, it would be good. You talked. I heard you talking to Chris a little bit ago, Milo.
Yeah.
What if the 4 of you, and he gestures to the 4 of you, and Kriv go and talk to the Frost Giants. See, not right now. Oh, not right now. Kriv actually has a very important thing coming up tomorrow. I won't bore you, but if the 5 of you now with Kriv go out and talk to the Frost Giants, see if you can help them
what's
out, even
happening?
if it's just defense.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are they not big and scary? You can just talk to them?
The Frost Giants like us. Us and the Frost Giants have an understanding. They might not like you, and he gestures towards everyone that isn't a Dragonborn.
But you'll be with Dragonborn.
Exactly. Kriv knows them, and they're not gonna turn you away, Roman, because you're. Yeah.
You know what? Why not? I'm a bit curious about what the fuck is happening here.
Great. Take some time though. Relax. Kriv will probably leave not tomorrow, the day after, with you guys, and then we'll be all good.
All right. Do you mind if we stay here?
Yeah. Yes. Of course. I was about to offer. We have a couple. Roman. Kriv took over your old room. For his own little weird things. Haskin's like, Nadar, don't call him weird. He's a very smart boy. But we do have a couple guest rooms, and I mean, we have a couch, and Terry is like sitting on the couch right now, and he's like feeling it. He's like,
Terry likes
this is
couches.
pretty good. This is a good couch. And your friend, who is he? Is he a human?
Oh, he doesn't really speak common, so we've been having a bit of a time getting to know him. But he's very, very friendly, very nice guy.
Well, I guess he likes the couch already.
He likes couches.
Great.
Yeah.
And then we can get a couple rooms for you guys.
Thank you.
So they unless you guys want to do anything else right now with them.
Milo will go back to talk to Kriv.
To talk to Kriv?
Yes.
Great. Cool. Does anyone else want to join him?
Yes.
Yeah?
I
Great.
want to know.
Okay.
Do you want to, Anna, or are you...
I don't want to be alone, so I guess I'll follow them.
Great. So you guys stop by Kriv's room, and the battle that he was doing hasn't proceeded that much, but it's things look a little different, and there are a couple fewer pieces on the board.
Yeah, it seems
Oh, hey,
like-
Milo.
Yeah, it seems like some progress has been made. I brought the 2 of us, the 2 of them accompanying me
Oh,
up here.
hey.
Yeah, sorry, I was just wondering, what your dad was talking about, like a big event thing that you have tomorrow. I was just curious.
Yeah, because I'm 15, I have to do this like proving ground thing with the other Dragonborn. It's like, so when Nadar gets too old, I'm gonna like precede him, right? Except there's gonna be other people that want to be the leader, and so we're gonna have to do. So this is like a pre-test for the test that's gonna happen in a couple of years, right?
Okay.
So
Who are you
yeah.
fighting?
Well, it's not a fight. It's a it's like a is more. I guess it's more of a test. It's like we have to do a couple like tactical things, and then I guess we do have to duel, but it's not just one person. It's a couple people.
I have the utmost confidence in you, judging by your little fighting thing here.
I
think you're a quite capable man.
Oh, thanks, Milo.
Yeah, no problem.
He smiles a little bit. And goes,
Can I go down to Nadar and hi? I was just wondering, not in like a serious kind of way, but could I participate in the little test tomorrow? Not to challenge anything. I just want to, because I would have done that if I had not been kidnapped. If I could just see how good I am at some of this stuff.
Well, this is for it's a clan member thing.
Could I get a visitor's pass?
You can be there. You can't participate. This is to show how each of them will fare in a couple years, in like 3 years when the real test comes. So I'm, as you can see, I'm getting way too old for this. He's like 40. I've fought too many monsters. I'm in 3 years is when I'm gonna pass it on to Crib.
I'm not saying like consider me. I'm just saying, can I like, you know how you can make a copy of a test? Can I get a copy?
If you want, you can't get a copy. That's cheating. But you can, if you want to spar with Crib, you could probably do that. You could test that out. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Great.
Not now.
As soon as Roman left the room, though, Milo would turn towards Crib. Is Anna still there?
Yeah.
And he'll ask, "Does your dad have glowy eyes?"
Glowy eyes? What?
Does your dad's eyes ever glow when he's fighting or something?
He's a ranger, and he is able through training to, he focused his training more on the physical aspect of his...
Do your eyes ever glow?
No.
Does your mom's eyes ever glow?
She doesn't fight.
Why does your brother's eyes glow?
His eyes glow?
Yes. He seemed very angry, very...
He picks up a notebook. He's like, when do the eyes glow?
I don't know. When do the eyes glow?
I mean, I'd never really seen it before today. I guess when he's fighting devil bears. Is
anything else glowing? Is it just his eyes? Is he casting a spell at this time?
I just saw his eyes. I was kind of, cowering for my life a little bit.
What kind of glow? Because I mean, when you cast a spell, sometimes your eyes can glow.
I mean, he seemed to still be fighting with his weapon. It was, it wasn't really an effect.
He's like
I'm a spellcaster.
The weapon was different though.
Wait. I have a I cast thaumaturgy to make my eyes glow the way that Roman's
Roman's eyes glow.
It was like this.
So it was. I see. And he read something. So it was when he was fighting, but it wasn't a spell.
Not that I know
It
of.
was something through his weapon.
It looked like it. At least the weapon he was using, he used it differently than the person before him.
I wiped some blood from my nose. 'Cause I'm still very fucked up.
Is it like his weapon? Did he forge it or something?
No.
Is it magical in any sense?
He took it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It
yeah.
is.
I see. All right. I'll ask him about it. This is interesting. He's writing it down. Anyway, if you don't, I'm trying to. My uncle had this maneuver that he wanted me to try out, and so I'm gonna try it from the Domer of strategy. If you don't mind.
No problem. And just maybe don't talk to Rowan about this.
Really? This is good stuff, though.
I'm sure it's good stuff, but say it's something that he didn't exactly want to be very public about it.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Great, thank you.
And he goes and he moves a squad of one of the sides off to a different place and is preparing for the next stage of his battle.
Good luck.
Best of luck there, Kriv. Alright, Malo will leave.
Great.
I follow.
Great. So unless there's anything else, you guys can take your long rest. This is probably around nighttime.
Night time.
Oh.
Dope. I'm now healed. Well, actually, I didn't take any damage. I now have spells back.
If it's not given, I pray to Moradin before I go to bed. Especially
Yeah, does anyone do
of
any
demons.
Anyone do any nighttime routines? Face mask?
Some hot tea.
Yeah.
I stare out the window. I definitely have a nighttime routine, but I'm just staring, like looking at my scales and looking out, and just a single tear.
Great. Cool.
So I can't hold my pendant anymore because my mic is in my way.
Oh yeah. just hold the
grapple the
lag.
mic.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Do you do anything, Milo?
No.
Alright. Cool. So then the next morning, you guys wake up and downstairs are some egg and deer meat for you guys, and on like little plates. Terry's already up and eating, and like Heskin is like, he's like, what's your name? Name? He's like looking at her weird and just like eating. It's like, why are you talking to me while I'm eating?
His name is Terry.
He like looks over.
Actually, it's Agnarok.
Well, yeah, it is Agnarok.
And
but
he like
we
not
call him
Ongarok.
Angrok.
He's like, he hasn't said anything.
Terry. Yeah.
He doesn't
Hello.
talk much.
It's kind of you gotta know how to communicate, I guess. It's a bit of
see.
a learning curve.
Well, here's breakfast for each of you.
Thank you.
And hands you guys a plate. Kriv comes down and he's in like pajama leather, and he like comes down. He like takes a plate and sits on the couch. And Haskin's like, how are you feeling, Kriv? Are you feeling good? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. She like just like goes like looks at a plate and is just like, oh,
Are you okay?
oh yeah, I'm just yeah, yes, yep.
Oh, I sure believe you.
So yeah, Kriv like shovels down his food and then he like goes upstairs. What do you guys do during your breakfast?
Are there any elves nearby, like serving them?
Not in the house, no.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Mother's enjoying his meal.
Oh, I'm gonna turn to moms and pops.
Uh-huh.
I could I have some things that could help him. I doubt that I could do them though, and that would be, with the rules.
Help who?
But
Oh, Kriv?
yeah, help Kriv.
He's got it. Nazar's just like, yeah, we were he knows his strategy, his war strategy down. You've seen his little playthings. And his sparring is, he might not be the strongest, but he knows tactics. I fully believe in him. He's made me proud.
Not hold it.
Yes.
Keep switching.
Actually, while we're paused.
Yeah.
Better?
Emergency sip. Thank you.
No problem.
Milo, Anna, could I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah.
What? He says with his mouth full.
When you're done with breakfast.
And he'll finish his meal.
I could be done with breakfast and put it into a Tupperware.
Milo will put his also into the Tupperware.
Oh, I have two now.
Okay.
Save that for later.
Well,
I lead you to like my guest room. I'm like pacing. So, I just wanted to. Well, in the battle, you see, I know you saw my eyes glow, and that's not really normal.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, really, you're horrible liars.
Well, let's not be like this.
So, I wanted to tell you before you started calling me a demon or something, because I know you're a bit religious. No.
Me?
Her. She went to Nana. It's not a bad thing, it's not something I'm particularly proud of, nor am I ashamed of, and it's not as evil as you think it is. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's not really. Anyway, I wanted to tell you because, well, I'd like to keep traveling with you, and I don't want you to excommunicate me, because I'm already excommunicated by my bloody clan, my family, so really, got no one. Anyway.
so it is evil?
No, kind of. Well, So, let me explain before you start going with your
You
theories.
could just say it's not evil, just say it's not evil, make it all easier on all
So
of
it's
us.
called the Crimson Rite, and when I was kidnapped, because I was kidnapped, is what I'm learning. When I was kidnapped, after my nan died, I went off on my own, and there was this group that recruited me, and I joined the Order of the Profane Soul.
So Milo and Anna, could you guys toss me history checks?
Yo. Fucking hate Milo.
Milo, you could probably get advantage on it since you're a smarty.
That didn't help.
Never mind.
I feel offended, and I got a 12.
I got
You
a 9.
lived in a cave, Anna.
Well, it was a mine, first of all.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. What'd you get?
12.
12.
Does
All
my
right.
TV work from this range?
No. Damn it. God, no.
I should have purchased an extender.
A mountain in the middle
You
of nowhere.
So, you would know, you've heard of the Order of the Profane Soul from bad things that they've done. All you know, it's one of those things where you can't be like, oh yes, they were responsible for this, this, and this. You just know, oh, I've heard they've like
mean and
done
bad.
some stuff. Yeah. You would, Anna, you would know them as following a god that was not compatible with Moradin. Yeah.
So, I see you know them a little by the reaction you had. I didn't know what they were. I had no home at the time, and they said, here you go, here's a home. And we didn't hurt anyone. It was more about learning that life's just cyclical. But I left, obviously. I'm here now. I only stayed like a year, if that. Anyway, one of the things, it's called a blood curse. So one of the things that you learn is, it's called a Crimson Rite, so I can activate one of my weapons, doesn't matter which one. And I get extra damage mines through a lightning. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
But then it minuses my own. It hurts me when I do it too. There's some other things that I haven't really done yet because I've been trying to keep it secret because I know it's a bit not great, but it's allowed us to win some fights. And I'm not sick, and I don't support them. I really don't. It's been a while, and I was also very young, and I was kidnapped. I'm still processing that. Anyway, I wanted to tell you to make it your decision because I know I brought you to my old home, I guess, and I thought it wasn't fair of me for you to be in a castle in the middle of nowhere without you knowing this about me.
That's true.
So, do you want to get rid of it?
You say it is a curse.
I can remove curses, actually. I can
I
help.
don't really know how, and I understand the cause of it's not great. However, it's a nice fallback in a life or death situation, and it's been part of my fighting style for so long. I don't really know what I would be without it.
Well, you can be a lot without having evil. You don't need to have evil in your life.
But if you're using evil for good, isn't that good?
No, I don't think so. I think that if you look inside yourself, there's a power there that you don't need to draw upon evil things to do good things. Good things can beget good things. Evil things always come with a price, you know?
Yes, and I pay it every single time I use one of the actions where I fight with it. But I'm attached to it.
I'm pretty sure he's aware of what the cost is. But look, I'm saying this for now. We have no way of getting rid of it. He doesn't want to get rid of it.
Well, I could try.
I don't want to.
He doesn't want it gone. And he hasn't exactly done any evil things against us or anyone we know.
I'm not evil.
Yeah.
The power you're using is evil,
But I'm using it for good.
but it's still it's giving more power to evil things.
How?
Well, I don't know much about the profane soul, but I do know that they don't worship the best of gods, and if you're worshiping them, then you're giving them power.
I'm not worshipping anyone. It's more of a residual effect.
Still, I mean, I don't know how it works, but it's possible that every time you use it that you're drawing upon something that is greater and worse than all of us.
Well.
So downstairs you hear Nadar going, "Kriv, it's time to go!" And you hear Kriv go, "I know, okay?" And then you hear stomp, 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 stomp down the stairs. And then Nadar's just like, "Hey, Roman, do you wanna...
Yes, I'm coming.
Great, bring your friends."
Oh, we're going too? Okay.
And yeah, stomp, 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 stomp. So you guys go down, and Kriv is like, he's pretty decked out. Like he has some nice looking armor. It's like it fits him perfectly. And you see, kind of like his dad, he has these two short swords that he keeps in sheaths on his side. He has this very cool helmet under his arm. And he's like, "Okay, now can we go, Dad?" And Dad's like, yes, let's go. And so you guys walk out in this big, like, in the inner circle of the inner circle of towers is this big empty space. It has been made into like an octagon, like a bunch of fence posts with like roping has gone around it, and everyone's starting to gather in. You guys see there are 4 other people in armor, other Dragonborn in armor. There's a couple that, like there's this one like big beefy Dragonborn with his big great axe. And then there's a couple that are just like, there's this guy with like a sword and a shield, and another guy with like just this one long sword, and it's just a mix of dudes. And they're all kind of looking at Kriv as he comes out. And there's like a path that just opens up for you guys, like of people that were crowded like around. They just open up for you guys to pass. And there's a couple of girl Dragonborn that are like, Kriv, hi! And Kriv just like head down. He like puts his helmet on and he's just blinders forward. Yeah, he just like walks up to the edge of the octagon and he just stands there, arms crossed, just like looking. And everyone is like checking their things, like preparing. He's just standing there.
Your brother's quite badass.
Yes, apparently.
So then this there's this kind of stout Dragonborn that hops into the center. He's like, "All right, everybody, welcome to the dueling phase of our test. We have our main challenger, Kriv," and Kriv like comes up under the ropes and is standing inside the octagon. It's like, first off, as everyone knows, there are going to be as many rounds as there are challengers, with 15-minute breaks between for our incumbent to prepare. But this is a fight to whoever yields. We're not fighting to the death here, everyone knows. And there's this one guy, it's like, "Fight to the death! Come on, get him out of here! Go!" We're not fighting to the death. Everyone. Okay, so first off, we have, and he points over to one of the guys that just has like this one long sword. It's like, "We have Narath," and then there's a couple of people cheering, and like Nadar does like a polite clap.
Milo will cheer loudly.
And this guy in similar looking armor comes up, and he has his long sword. He's like swinging it around, and Kriv is just standing there, and the announcer guy goes over to the edge of the octagon. It's like, "Fighters ready?" And Kriv takes out his 2 short swords and like goes into this wicked like stance. he looks so ready, and he just has such control over himself.
And can Milo lean over to like a Dragonborn that's next to him and just say, "Got 2 gold on Kriv"?
Dragon's like, "Oh, I'm for Kriv. I'm not against Kriv."
Well, who's against Kriv?
He like motions over to like a couple of the people that were where Narath came from.
I'm
like,
going to signal for saying 2 gold. 2 gold Kriv.
Do a performance check. See if See if these people see.
That's a 23.
Great. So you see this one guy. He's like, yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
I want to try and get Terry to put me on his shoulder so I can have a good view.
Yeah, Terry swings you up like on his shoulders.
I was gonna also try and just climb up Terry and hold on, just have a good view of this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a couple rolls, just so that you guys know. Kriv is very good. Like he is. If you haven't guessed, he knows what's up. So I'm gonna do just like an initiative roll, just for flavor, to see who goes first. Space die is gonna be Kriv.
Cool.
Kriv got nat 20.
Kriv, you're good.
The big stout announcer guy's like, as his hand is coming down, and the instant he says the first F in fight, there's only one F, but the first one. Kriv like launches out towards this guy and just like, he has a short sword, but he just punches him in the face, and the guy goes down. And Kriv he takes a couple steps back. He swings his swords around and does the stance that he started in. And the guy like is on the ground. He like shuffles up. He grabs his longsword. He's like shaking now. And the guy who is betting on Naroth just like looks at you, Milo, and is like, and Kriv regains a stance. Naroth goes to like swing in, and Kriv just like uses his two short swords and like he supports them on like his arms, and he like one on his like bicep, and then the other one is just like up, and he pushes the longsword out, and he just punches him again in the gut, and Naroth like falls back. And this goes on. He doesn't use his blades other than to like block the longsword. He's just like punching this guy, and then eventually Naroth is able to slide the longsword away, and he like stands still, and he looks off to like the side of Naroth, and Naroth is like, and he's just like staring like off to the side, and Naroth goes to look, and Kriv just kicks him like into the ropes, and Naroth's like, I yield, and everyone is clapping for Kriv. This goes on with the other four, but now there's this big guy with the axe. This one's going to be a little more serious, so I'm going to roll for these two to see who goes first. So Kriv has been fighting. This will be his 5th round. He is tired. He has a couple dents in his armor. A couple people like got the better of him here and there, but he never yielded, and everyone saw that he was doing pretty good. Now there's this big guy. He's like almost 8 feet tall, and he has this big fucking great axe, and he steps in. Kriv, this time he's been doing like the same cool little stance. This time he does a different stance than before, and everyone is like dead silent. Kriv, the announcer guy says fight, and Kriv goes, and with his swords he goes to stab into this guy, like points first. The blows land, and they like stab into him a little bit, but then the great axe guy like pushes him off, and you see he's bleeding a little bit from his gut, and everyone's like, whoa, like what's going on? And Nadar looks like a little bit mad, but he is not going to say anything yet. And so this big guy then like takes the axe and he swings it into Kriv, and it lands in his side, and he like is thrown 15 feet, and he's starting to bleed out the side, and everyone is a little on edge. Nadar goes over to you, Roman, and he's like, these two have been rivals since they were born. They were born on the same day, and just a couple hours after they were wrestling. They like have been doing this shit forever, and he's the only one I was scared wouldn't yield and would go to the death. But let's see. Nadar is like gripping the ropes on the edge, and his knuckles are white. Let's see on this next volley who goes. So Nadar is thrown off to the side, but this big axe guy, whose name is Arafarn, he's still like, he has his great axe on the ground because he's kind of like, oh shit, I was just stabbed. And so Kriv uses this to go up and fucking, like, he uses the bottom of his short sword, like, to stab into, like, at his helmet and to, like, knock him out. And he like jumps up, and he you know, in Captain America when Black Widow did like she like jumped on that guy's head and like flipped around. He does that and like stabs into his head and then like rolls off. And Arashorn is like stumbling, and he's like about to go down, but he's not yet. And then Kriv comes back and just like shoulder like tackles him. Or shoulder check?
Rams.
Yeah.
Rams him. And Arashorn goes down. You see Kriv is like bleeding a lot from his side, and Arashorn is bleeding from his gut. Kriv is standing over him, like swords ready, and then Arashorn comes to, and he's just like, I yield. And then he like collapses, and people run in and start to like patch him up.
Milo
and
will yell cheer.
Kriv sheathes his swords and goes back to Nadar, and Nadar heals him up a bit. Kriv just like doesn't talk to anyone. He like, not even Nadar, not even Heskin. He just like helmet off, armor off, bloody clothes off, goes upstairs, goes into his little room, and is playing with his minis.
Milo would have at the end of the fight gone and collected the gold that he was
Great,
owed.
yeah. Here, I'm gonna roll a D100 and see how many people you were able to strike up. Deals with, and I'll say you get 1 gold from each of them.
Oh.
So this could be a lot.
Ooh, this is my whole shtick. I did fighting rings. I know how this works.
Oh, no.
79 gold.
We're just replenishing an addiction.
Yeah, this is not
You'll be
good.
very happy about this. You'll say thank you to all you fucking fools. Thank
Great.
you. We'll do this again sometime.
Cool. So, you guys make your way back. This took like most of the day. It's now like in the afternoon-ish, and Heskin just asked to get some more deer meat for you guys, and Dar's like, so now you see why I think Kriv will be a great addition to.
It's very
to you guys.
impressive.
Yeah, no, you seem like a
It
quiet
is.
lad.
It is all relative. They're all 15, but he is capable, and he knows it. He just doesn't apply it that much. He likes to think about fighting more than actually fighting. But
Thinking's a good thing.
Yeah, in a way, that's what a leader does more.
I don't understand it, but I guess you're right. I kind of have just, in my style, been like the follow me in a battle and trust my instincts, and they haven't failed me, but Kriv, he's different.
Look, as someone who is a thinker more than a fighter, I'm a great leader. It works. It works.
I shake my head so the dark can see.
It works.
Works really
okay.
well.
That didn't. I'm even more concerned now.
Kriv is great. It seems like he's very smart. I'm just him in particular.
They say the difference is Kriv has tactics.
Yes, he studies.
So, thinks it through. Which
I
I think is
studied
good.
As a
experience.
DM, though, Kriv and Milo are very similar. Like the College of Swords is very similar to, if you haven't guessed, a Battle Master Fighter.
Yeah.
They're very similar, so it does warm my heart that you and Kriv are kind of connected.
Yeah, see? I support a thinker
But
more than a
Kriv
fighter.
is smart.
Kriv is.
I am also very smart.
Milo is smart.
Doesn't think things through.
And he turns to you, Roman. He's like, Roman, is there anything more you need before you go?
Oh, well.
Heskin then stops Nadar and like whispers in his ear, and he's like, so he runs upstairs, and he comes back down with this beautiful Dragonborn helmet. You haven't been able to find a helmet that fits you, and this is like meant for a Dragonborn, and it's like this like black shiny metal that like covers the brim of your snout and like has these eye holes for you and has these two like horns that shoot back a little bit, and this big leather chin strap, and he's like, this I had this made for you when you were born, and it wasn't finished until after you had left, and I never got to give it to you. So, here.
Thank you very much. I take it and I put it on.
Fits so well.
Hell yeah.
And then Nadar like kind of chokes up a bit. It's like, I'm so proud of you, Roman, and I'm so proud of Kriv, and I'm just so proud. And Heskin is like, oh, Nadar, I am too. And they both are just like standing there crying a little silently to each other. Just like,
I like try and give them like a hug.
They start bawling openly. They're just weeping. You guys just watching?
Milo's actually gonna, he's gonna back away a little bit and just for Anna to come with.
Okay.
Terry's just on the couch.
Yeah.
We should maybe see if we could get some diamonds before we go, but yeah, we can.
What?
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 No, it's for my spells.
Sure. You know what? We'll see if they have diamonds. It's a mountain. Why not? We'll be back. Milo's gonna go outside.
I don't have money for them.
I have money for them. I made a lot of money.
So are you guys gonna go off on your little thing?
Yeah, Milo will go towards whatever market there is.
Cool. So in the center where the octagon was, that has been, it's in like the process of being torn down still. You guys only just came in. But there are people that usually sell stuff out there. There isn't really a market because this is more of like a community where they all share amongst each other. So it's more stalls where it's like, oh yeah, you need like meat, here you are, because we don't really have money. We just like, they're dragons, of course they have money.
Yeah.
But it's not as like they don't need an economy really.
I get you.
Yeah.
So he'll go to whatever like stall there is and kind of ask about, you got any diamonds?
Who are you?
My name is Milo. I'm here with the Pennant family. As a guest. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. What do you need?
Diamonds. I know. Very asking for a lot here.
I don't think I can sell you diamonds.
Why not? Do you have diamonds?
I mean, people have diamonds. It's like this is like a fortune. Like that's their.
Well, we can give them also a fortune. Basically, I just need a diamond. We can trade you something of equal value. Bartering system.
What do you got?
Can I see the diamond first?
He's. I probably have like. Okay, I like have a diamond at home. I don't have it here, but like, why would I? I don't want to like go all the way back just for you to steal it from me. I don't know who you are.
I'm with the Pennant family. Don't you trust the Pennant family?
I do. They're not here.
I'll make sure you won't steal it.
I won't. She's a good person, unfortunately.
So are you guys lying?
No.
He's still gonna roll insight.
Sure. Milo's saying he's not saying anything of lie.
Cool.
I will trade you something of equal value for it.
I will tell you that this diamond is probably 300 gold piece.
Wonderful. I have enough.
Okay. I'll go get it. I'll be back, and I expect to see the gold, and then I will give you the diamond for exchange of the gold. All right?
Thank you.
As he's gone, Milo will turn towards Anna. So, 300 gold pieces.
Yeah.
How much gold do you got on you?
Well, I'm not really one for wealth. I have 53 gold pieces.
Okay. All right. Let me think about this. How badly do you need this diamond?
Well, I mean, I don't need it unless one of you die.
That seems like a pretty important thing.
A little bit.
So we can go about this one of two ways. I have 2 platinum. I got 99 gold on me. Then we might be able to work, and I have some other things we can sell, so we can go about that. I'll lose I'll lose all my money. You'll lose all your money, but we'll have a diamond. Or, and he'll lower his voice to much of a whisper.
No.
It's a simple call. Look, it's a bait and switch. You give him, you chat with him.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Why not?
Because why would I?
Because say the diamond in the end does good, doesn't it make sense for you to have it?
But it could do good for him too.
Well, it's not. It's in his house doing nothing.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. It's a diamond. It's a family fortune. You don't do anything with a family fortune.
Until you need money or until you need to save someone.
Well, he's not going to save someone. Do you see him? You think he can cast any spells?
I don't know.
So here are the two ways we go about it. We can either...
You could give it to someone who could save someone.
Exactly. He can give it to us.
But he doesn't want it. If he doesn't want to give it to us, then he doesn't want to give it to us.
So, we can play the long con. I have some poison that we can give to him.
No,
That'll just
Milo.
knock him out, and then
Milo,
we'll take it.
Milo.
Or you
Milo.
talk to him and I just sneak it off of him.
Look, if worst case scenario, we just don't get it and you guys just don't die, okay?
I don't like that plan. I came very close to dying recently, and I
Look
don't
it,
want to
I'll
die
keep
again.
you
The
from
guy's
dying.
coming back, and he has like this little box. He's like, all right, let's see the gold.
He'll take out a pouch of his gold. Can I see the diamond?
I'd like you to count that for me. Just
All 300 pieces
on
of
the
gold.
deal. Yes,
Cool. I'll count you 50, then let me see the diamond.
50.
I
maybe
have
you
the
just
rest
have
in
50
here.
Gold.
No, I have 300 gold.
So he's gonna hold it a little bit out
Yeah.
of your reach, and he's gonna open the box, and you see in there is a couple of other gems and this diamond that's kind of just sitting there.
He'll look towards Anna. That diamond good enough?
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right. Then he'll look around. How busy is this place right now?
Milo. Oh,
It's pretty busy. It's still filtering out from the duels that were just.
I'm going to cast command on Milo.
All right. He is going to. He'll take out the gold. He'll dump it down. There's 99 gold. He'll
That-
count.
not 300.
Then he'll take out his 2 platinum and
Okay.
place it down.
2 platinum is only 10 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 20 overall.
Yeah. He'll place that down. He'll gesture for
50.
Anna.
3 years and then.
And
whatever
then
I say.
he will take out.
It's a little short.
Give it me a moment, all right? He's going to keep going through his things. And he is going to take out this very nice, pretty-looking dagger. That's the dagger he stole from the boat.
Oh, the dagger from the boat?
Yeah.
That's just a regular.
It's a magical dagger, and you place it down.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Cool. Can I roll deception?
Yes.
You both rolled shit.
What'd you roll? What'd you get?
I got a 6. What'd you get?
10.
Oh my god.
Thank you. I rolled a 2, by the way.
A magical dagger.
Magical dagger. It's worth. It's nearly worth 200 gold. But I'll give this to you. With all this together, this is around 50 gold overpriced. So you're winning in the end.
I'll call the dagger. 200.
200 gold.
He looks at you, Anna. 200.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've never, I haven't really looked at it, but
You ever heard
Maybe.
of Smallsville?
The
Halfling
is that where
home?
you're from?
Yes. It's a very advanced civilization. They do a lot of these things. This comes from one of the most well-known magic sword makers.
You don't say. All right, I'll take it.
All right.
And he takes all of your
Lovely.
gold and the dagger, and gives you the
As he grabs the dagger, I'm gonna try. No.
I sneak one of my holy symbols into my bag of gold.
He'll take the diamond. All right. Pleasure doing business with you. And just with the dagger, if you'll figure it out.
Okay. What kind of magic is it? He's just looking at.
It's
does it
pretty
do?
good magic. Milo's
magic,
gonna turn around
say.
and start walking away.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
thank
He
you.
puts everything away.
He'll hand the diamond to Anna, and he'll look very much into the distance.
Hello. Wasn't worth 200 gold, was it?
I barely only lost 100. It's okay. That dagger was worth nothing. It was shite. I found it on the boat. It belonged to the person that poisoned you. So I think it's best that's in our hands.
But that's not doing anything bad to him. It's doing
Would you
bad
like to go
him.
back and tell him that we gave him a bad
No,
dagger?
It's fine.
I can yell back right
It's
now.
fine.
Lovely. All right, there we are. Now, make sure none of us die, please.
I
And-
suppose.
Thank you. And then Milo will... actually, while walking back, we'll ask something else. So, this whole Roman thing, it's not that bad in the end, right?
It's pretty bad.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's just using... but the evil has saved us.
No, I mean, you weren't even hurt at that point.
It's... yes, but say he didn't get involved, it could have gone a lot worse for us.
I mean, maybe. I feel like he could find power in better things.
He probably could, but right now he's doing good with it. Isn't that good enough?
I mean, good enough for now isn't good enough for forever.
I'm sure there'll be a point when because you heard him say it, he gets hurt when he uses it. I'm sure there'll be a point where he's like, I can't do this anymore, and then he'll no longer use it.
I don't know. I find that with power, especially evil power, it tends to get overwhelmingly worse over time, not better.
Then we'll keep an eye on him. For now, we're dealing with this other shite. We'll make sure that nothing bad happens to him, and then if it gets really bad, we'll, talk to him and say, you've got to stop.
So, I mean, it's not like there's anything I can do now. It's just,
Well,
it just makes me a little uncomfortable. It's fine.
All right. I don't know. Just don't get bitchy with him about it.
I'm not bitchy with anyone ever.
All right. And then back we go.
You guys make your way back. Nadar and Heskin are still crying, holding Roman. You're like
God.
trapped in there.
Still happening. I see them like, help me.
I'm so proud.
We've been gone for like an hour.
So proud. Look how big you are.
Yes.
I'm just. Nadar's like, you should have seen him fight. He struck down that bear thing. You guys fought a bear thing? Yeah, he struck it down. I am so proud. You should have seen it. And Heskin's like, I should have been there.
It's okay, Mom.
And they're just weeping.
I think I love you both. I think this is very, very surreal for me. I think we've had a good session of this.
You get some rest. I know you guys are getting up in the morning. Good luck. I'll prepare some deer things and some Tupperware for you guys for the journey. Oh yes, the halfling brought us some Tupperware.
Good.
when he
It's
was here.
high quality. Half in
is,
Tupperware.
Yes, Tupperware is great.
It's a good housewarming gift whenever you enter a home.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Why don't you guys go get some rest? Terry's already passed out.
I figured as much. Pleasure. Good night.
Great. Do you guys want to do anything else before you go to bed?
Can I? You go.
No, Milo was just gonna. After it seems like they've all gone to bed, he's gonna do a little snooping around for any valuables.
Before
Wow.
we go to bed.
So yeah, I have something.
You really have gotten your addiction is back.
It's very full in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have stuff
gambling.
before you go first.
I'm gonna knock on, or kind of a little pry open first door.
Cool. He's just in there. He has a different. So what he has going on his little table is there's this packed group of individuals in that are in this circle, and then there's fewer on the outskirts of them, kind of closing in, and he's thinking about it and writing in a notebook.
I knock just to show him I'm there.
Hmm.
Hi.
Hmm.
What's the strategy you're working on?
It doesn't have a name yet. I'm trying to, this one I'm just seeing, could you, in all, in everything that I've read, if you surround someone that's supposed to, help with, cutting them off from escape, and, losing morale and all that, I want to see if there's fewer individuals surrounding, if that will work. It doesn't seem like it is, though. But gotta play it out till the end. And you see there's a lot of knocked over people on the outsides, but they're still trying to close in on this group.
You're very smart.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yes, you are.
I don't know, it was fun.
Yeah. What does Nadar think of your strategy?
I know he doesn't get it. He knows what strategy is, and he just relies on a different thing than I do,
Yeah. Which is, I guess, each to their own, but I think
I guess.
I'm also a bit of a book nerd.
Yeah.
I like strategy and learning things and stuff like that, so I think that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And it worked very, very well for you in that fight.
Yeah.
All the fights, actually.
I mean, yeah. I've been fighting with these people my whole life. They've expressed that they want to take over for Nadar, so I know what kind of style they're going to use, and it's pretty easy.
Do you want to be the ruler?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking. Because some people, you're born into it, you don't really want it. I'm not.
I
think
like the
you're
work. I like it. It's very organized.
Yeah. But it will be when you do it, at least.
Nice.
Anyway, just want to say hi. Didn't know I had a brother until yesterday, so hi.
Hello.
Good night. Good night. I leave.
Great.
Sad,
Hello,
angsty
goodbye.
boy.
All right, Anna.
So I want to think a little bit about my conversation with Milo. I'm gonna, do a little prayer. And I'm just gonna sit on my bed and I'm gonna cast Sending to Elzu.
Is there no range on Sunday?
No, it's unlimited. To read it to you. It's a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you're familiar. Here's the message and recognizes you as the sender if it knows you and can answer in a manner immediately. The spell enables the creature to understand your message as long as they have an intelligence score of 1. You can send
He
it
has an
across.
intelligence of 0.
Oh no! You can send the message across any distance, even to other planes of existence.
Great.
How sad would it be if Elzu's dead?
And you saw that.
Yeah, and you saw their ghost.
And if they're on a different plane than you, they have a 5% chance that it doesn't arrive. So just... I'm going to end the spell. And then I want to go and knock on Milo's door.
Oh, did you not say anything for the
just-
Sunday?
Yeah.
Would he get the? He would
He
know
would
that
get,
it's you.
you would just hear it.
You just hear in your head, Anna.
Then I'm going to go knock on Milo's door.
Great. Are you there, Milo?
Yeah, he's still there. Oh, yeah, come in.
Hi.
Hey?
I guess, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I don't agree with you on a lot of things, but I shouldn't have been putting your life in danger because of it.
It's bygones be bygones. It's alright, but I do appreciate the apology. But hey, look, we're here looking out for each other. Halflings gotta stick together in these trying times of coldness and dragonborns.
Also, I know that, that your friend passing is hard. I just, know that he's not gone forever. Well, it's... No, so, I mean, I'm not going to pretend that you care or that you believe in what I believe, but, Followers of Morden, we believe, that when you die, you just return to his forge and you just become something new. So, no, he's not going to be back the way he is, but he will come back and he'll be something new, and we go back to the forge and we are made into something new and beautiful, and we go through life and we become tarnished and broken, and then eventually we go...
Yeah.
No, I know it's...
Miles gonna hold back a few tears.
But...
No, you know what? Excuse me. I would like to say thank you for reaching out about that. I don't believe it, but I do appreciate you reaching out over that. In between you and me, this last time I saw him, he was quite different than I last remembered. So, he was also quite evil and did evil things. Maybe this is the passing's for the best. Maybe. Thank you, though. I'm sure in the next life when he's reborn, he'll probably not be such a fucking prick and, abandon his friends and leave me to go and be evil. Excuse me. And he's gonna kind of just turn away from Anna.
Great.
Good night.
Night.
I'll go back and I'll go to bed.
What do you do?
He's gonna compose himself for a bit, have a little cry session to himself,
Great,
into the
great.
pillow, make sure no one hears.
I'm gonna roll a d100 to see how many tears you cry.
Okay, of course.
You could catch them in a jar. And
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm curious, and you know how much I bawled.
There we go. Let's see. That's 96 tears.
No God.
A lot of
That's a lot
tears.
of
The
tears.
pillow's very wet.
Yeah, the pillow's soaked.
Afterwards, though, he'll
Dehydrated
move
boy.
the pillow away. All right, and then he's gonna check outside, go out the door, and kind of see if everyone's asleep.
My phone.
Photo!
Go away. My phone was on.
There we go.
Oof. Oof. Yes, he'll see if everyone's kind of like asleep.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, that'd be a 16 plus perception, 19.
So I didn't go into this before, but the house has a lot of levels. It's a lot of thin levels, but it's a lot of levels. So the first floor was like the kitchen and the living room. The second floor is Kriv's room and Kriv's old room, and Roman's old room, I mean. On the third floor is your room and Anna's room. On the fifth floor is 2 more guest rooms, Roman's in one of them. And on the 6th floor is Nadar and Hestra's. Not Hestra.
All right, so he'll just stick to the
Heskin.
first floor for now, and kind
And
of just
Carrie's
So,
on the couch.
yeah.
You know that Anna's asleep.
Mhm.
You do hear Kriv is in his room, but he's just in his room.
So he'll go down to the first floor ever so
Okay.
sneakily and just kind of look around.
Do you want to roll for stealth? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if Kriv is actually.
Okay. I got a 14.
Kriv is gonna. All right. So you got a 14.
Yeah.
Great. So Kriv is going to open the doors like, go to bed.
Can I get some food?
It's like so late. We're leaving very
hungry.
early tomorrow.
We have things don't need to sleep.
There is constant evidence that if you don't get enough sleep before you go into battle, there is performance issues where you cannot fight as capably as you could if you did have a proper amount of sleep.
Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna quickly grab myself a snack and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Is that okay?
Fine, just be quick.
I'll be quick. And he'll go downstairs and he'll wait downstairs for like.
Can you roll a perception check really
Yes.
quick? Let's. Never
Not
mind.
10.
Never mind.
He'll go downstairs and he'll pause at the bottom of the stairs and then he'll take a few steps up to see if Kriv is still at the door.
Roll another perception check for that.
10 again.
Kriv isn't at the door, but yeah.
Okay. He'll go downstairs and I don't want to take anything. I just want to look to see what valuable or things that look shiny and valuable.
So, you see there is Nadar's swords that are hung up by the door, and there's like a cloak as well. There are like kitchen utensils in the kitchen area. There's Terry. He's pretty valuable if you ask me.
Oh, he's the most valuable.
There isn't that much on this level. It's mostly just like entertaining things and Nadar's swords.
Can I inspect Nadar's swords?
Yeah.
See if they have like any magical properties to them?
So, roll an investigation check with advantage because you're a smarty.
Ooh. Investigation. That'd be a solid 19.
So you see that his swords are pretty impressive, and you can see that there's like they seem to be edged with silver. Like not all of it is silver, but like the very core of it isn't, but the edges are. The blades are.
Cute.
On both of them.
He'll make a mental note of that, and then
They look really cool.
he'll go quickly into whatever they have for food.
For food?
Yeah.
Great. So they do have like some bread and they have deer meat and you see the little Tupperwares with each of your names on them are like stored away in a cupboard.
He'll grab one from Roman's share.
Great.
Just a little bit. Nothing noticeable, but just a little bit.
Just a
and then he'll
little
go back
bit? Great.
upstairs.
Cool.
And then he'll eat and go to sleep.
Great. So you guys all drift off the next day of knowing that the next day you'll be setting off to meet with the frost giants in the far north. Kind of weighing on your minds, while Kriv's battle is also pretty fresh in your memory. And that's where we're gonna leave it.
Yay!
Yeah, great job, everybody.
We did it!
We did it. Cool. So, yeah, next time we'll still be in person. This is kind of wild, but hopefully this works well. Jamie, do you got anything to plug this week?
Yeah, I'll plug my Instagram, Jamie_DeCheese, D-E cheese. And then, I don't know, I'll plug, you can do evil things for good. I plug that.
Yes.
If it's morally questionable, but in the end it does good, do it. Utilitarianism, it's great.
Nope,
Great.
nope.
All right, what about you, Phoebo?
I'm gonna plug some gosh darn peace and quiet, and then also my Instagram, which is @Fizzle, P-H-I-Z-L-E. That's me.
Nice. What about you, Nate?
I'm gonna plug my Instagram, mave.aurora. You can figure out how to spell it. And I'm gonna plug trusting people.
Nice. My name is Max, and I'm gonna plug.
Who are you again?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Who?
Oh yeah. Just so you guys know, hi, I'm Max.
Nice
Pleasure,
to meet you.
pleasure to
Oh,
meet you.
yeah.
News of sitting in the circle.
I'm going to plug my Instagram, Max C. Riley, and also The Rock's Instagram @The Rock D, the letter ND podcast, where you can stay up to date on all of our episodes dropping and other things related to The Rock. And I think I'm gonna plug making time for things that you like to do. Even if you might have a lot of other things to do, it's good to just be like, hey, I want to do something fun that I like. So even if it's just a little bit of time, do it.
What a wholesome plug.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that better than mine.
Yeah, that's all. Thanks for sticking around. Next episode coming out next week. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye.
Bye.